Family, we back with another one today. We finna get into it, talking about some hidden secrets and things with this corporation. You feel me? Let's get into it.
Why would you kill off the natives to bring slaves from across an ocean when you could have turned the natives into slaves? Especially when most slaves in human history were prisoners of war. Why would a people steal people they don't like from Africa, free them, just to oppress them forever just because they're brown skinned? Why didn't the US government deport Black Americans after they freed the slaves? Mexicans can be deported, but not the non-native Black Americans you hate. If Native Americans were actually native, why didn't they fight for their rights on their own land during the civil rights movements with Malcolm X, the Black Panthers, and Martin Luther King? Why didn't Native American leaders step up to be assassinated fighting for their rights on land that was stolen from them by the government? Why, for the past 500 years, the biggest enemy of the US has been its own Black American civilians and no one else? Why did the CIA cause the crack epidemic in the Black community and no other communities? Why was the police created to catch only Black slave runaways when there were other races enslaved along with Black people? How does a small minority of a few thousand poor farmers from Europe have both the manpower and resources to enslave tens of millions of Africans, bring them to the Americas while simultaneously committing genocide against Indians, Mayans, Aztecs, Incas, Caribbeans, and the entire South America? Colonizing Africa and fighting Africans all at once? If you believed your homeland was somewhere else, would you have a desire to overthrow the people in power? If all you have to be proud of is 500-year-old slave history, assassinated Black leaders, and rap music, would you have anything to amount to? All this chaos is because of skin tone, right?
I thought this was interesting. I seen this, man, on More of the Oracles. Shout out to them. And even this comment from, I think it was Aisha Cameron. James Baldwin said, "When you teach us who we're not, we never know who we are." I thought that was deep, man. And this book is Understanding the Connections Between Black and Aboriginal People, a Rage and Black Indian Dub. I got another one for y'all.
You get charged in a court because you're a battery and then sit in a cell, a battery cell. A bank is a rip.
So I'm going to break down each one. Battery and cell. You get charged in the court and you sit in the cell because all those prisoners feed the system. It's a big business. The prison industry is a big business. The bank as well, because of the bonds which are tied to the social security cards and which are tied to the birth certificates. The birth certificates and the marriage certificates are the bonds.
A bank because
the people are the currency.
Directs the currency. Money is water. This is why we say liquidity. Sun and moon, masculine, feminine, fire and water. Money is
money is a spell. And I'm pretty sure you guys already know this one.
Moony. This is the water aspect, the female. Hence why there's a correlation between the full moon.
Now, I don't know if you did know this, the correlation between the Forex market and the phases of the moon.
And the new moon and the Forex market. The moon attracts the water's tides. This is why the sea levels are higher wherever the moon is. The moon has an effect on our mood because we are 80% water. Your birth certificate is not you. It's the corporation that you represent because you choose to identify yourself with the name, which is the corporation. When you die, you're called a corpse. You are not the name, you are the I am, which is the invisible intelligence, consciousness. You get charged in a...
I thought this was pretty interesting. I seen this on Copper Color Soul. Shout out to her. Now, this is going to be... The reason why I played these videos is because these people run spells all day. And this is something that they got planned up. And I don't know if y'all know about it or not.
So you want to legalize federal misinformation and make it illegal for the FBI to interfere with this?
Yes.
You want to eliminate the Department of Education, the Department of Commerce, and deploy the military to any form of protest in America?
Yes.
It says here you want to allow the president to replace federal employees with who he deems loyalists that will agree to any bill he wants to pass.
Yes.
So you basically want to legalize a dictatorship?
Yes.
I'm not done talking! You basically want to legalize a dictatorship and take away the working class's ability to protest and fight for their rights, giving total power to the ones who have more money and not to the ones that made them rich.
Yeah, definitely, yes.
So just a personal question. This would openly create new slaves. How are you agreeing to all of this?
Because I'm rich and none of this actually affects me, and some of it benefits me, even if it's to the detriment of the rest of the population.
So you're okay with oppressing the majority of America as long as it means more power for you and your team?
Yes, I'm definitely okay with that. My family's good.
But have you considered the families that aren't good? Also, the fact that the wrong person in power could pass unethical bills and destroy America as a whole.
I just told you I'm rich. I don't care about any of this. Just pass the bill. Yes to everything. I got things to do.
So money has led to your abandonment of ethics, morality, and any sense of empathy for the rest of America. So you are a legal terrorist.
Yes!
Well, I'm rich too, so whatever. I'll pass it.
I thought that was it's a funny spoof, you feel me? But it's actually made off the real one, and this is what they doing. They really are pushing for some crazy stuff right now. Now, this is not the actual video, but this goes with it.
Project 2025 is a far-right manifesto. It is a 1,000-page bucket list of extremist policies that would uproot every government agency and disrupt the lives of every person who calls this country home. The Department of Education would be eliminated, cutting students off from civil rights protections and ending essential Title I funding for K through 12 schools. The Department of Justice would go on a murdering spree. It would rush to use the death penalty and expand its use to even more people while circumventing due process protections. Project 25 not only calls for national book bans in schools, but also creates a list of banned words for the federal government that would be deleted from, quote, every federal rule, agency regulation, contract, grant, and piece of legislation that exists. End quote. Here are just a few of the words on the list: diversity, gender, reproductive health, and of course, conservatives want to ban the word abortion. On that note, abortion care would be inaccessible and illegal no matter where you live. Now, we could have an entire hearing on how these policies would quite literally ruin and end lives. And I didn't even touch upon proposals for housing, climate change, worker protections, and more. If enacted, Project 2025 would destroy the federal government as we know it. Project 2025 is a far-right.
So, yeah, I'm just playing this because these people, I'm going to be honest, left wing, right wing, same dirty bird. So, that's my views on it. But just know that they have something coming, you feel me? Because they know that this is the end of this shift. Of this game, of this version of this system is going into something else, and they're trying to remain in power, doing the last little shakedown. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.